Hello friends, welcome to my channel Cloud Computing Trends 2018. This series guys I started for students and university students basically who are interested to learn about cloud computing and they are really wanted to get their concepts clear. I know there are a lot of blogs and books available to understand what is cloud computing, but the reason I started this series is that you can have a real life examples which will help you to correlate and understand the concept, and it will keep in your mind for a longer duration. You don't have to prepare during an exam and interview because you have a real life example in your mind, and that's the reason you are able to answer the cloud computing terminologies and technologies, right? So the very first series in this I'll be covering the basics of cloud computing. What is cloud computing, the types and services, architecture and everything. And in this tutorial one, I'll be explaining what is cloud computing, correlating with the real life example, and hope this will help you to answer in your exam and answer in your interviews. Okay, so whenever you go to the cloud computing person or a non-computing cloud computing guy, so you will be having a question in mind, how will you explain what is cloud computing is. So I would give a real life example for this is, let's say instead of buying your own house, you are taking the house on rent and you are utilizing the AC, washing machine, refrigerator, and you are utilizing those and you are paying to the owner, and when you are done, you are leaving the space, you will vacating the particular rented house and you will go off. So what you have done here, you utilize your you utilize the rented house by paying the money and as per your need, right? So whenever you don't need it, you just stop paying and vacate it. So that's the reason you feel like it's convenient and it saves your time of buying and selling your house and everything, right? Similarly, the cloud computing is like a rented house, taking house on the rent. Okay, so what is difference here if you correlate with rented house with the cloud computing? In the cloud computing, you know there are components like CPU, memory, which we call as a RAM, and storage, it is hard drives. Okay, so these components you will be taking it on a rent, but you will not taking these devices at your particular company location or organization location. You will be utilizing these particular components through the media called as internet. So with the internet, you will be utilizing these particular components and getting your work done, and you are paying as per your need. So that is what the correlation of your cloud computing technology with the taking house on rent. So you can keep this example in mind and help you to explain the things whenever you face exam and interview. So the standard definition, if somebody asks you, is like using or utilizing the cloud computing resources, like very first one is CPU, RAM, and the storage disk space, basically storage space, and the software application, services, various services, databases. All these cloud computing components you will be utilizing through the internet and you will pay as per your need, and when you are done with that, you will stop using it. So that is what the cloud computing, and this is the real example for this. So apart from this, there are a lot of advantages, and why we need cloud computing, there are reasons for this. So very first reason is it will save your cost. Let's say some company is a new and it's a startup and they have started their own venture, what we say a new product, and they need a data center, right? So in that case, instead of buying servers, network components like switches, router, cabling, admin guy, sysadmin guy, they can directly approach to the cloud computing vendor, which we call as like example is AWS, Google Cloud Platform, Azure. So these are the vendors who will give you the cloud computing components on rent. So the company, the new started company, they can only focus on their product and goals instead of bringing up the data center and managing it and spending time on it and spending time along with that money as well. So your focus gets changed and you will be spending more time on making your data center up and running first. So this part is get saved, your time gets saved, your money gets saved, because you are taking it on rent as a service. Okay, you will utilize and you will only pay as per your need. Okay, so this is very good, and it will make your work easy, make your business easy, the business management easy. It will save your the capital along with the monitoring and the management efforts which is required for that. So that is what the cloud computing, and that is the strength and potential of cloud computing, and that's the reason every company is going into that, and they wanted to use a cloud computing. Okay, so you know that in 2018 there are a lot of cloud vendors are coming into the market, and one of the biggest cloud vendor is AWS. Along with that, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud is coming up, and a lot of companies are started using the cloud infrastructure as a service, as an what we say, as an infrastructure, as a part of their data center. So that is what the cloud computing, and it will definitely help the company to grow their business, grow their revenue and all, right? So whenever you face an exam, you can give this example, keep this example in mind, and along with that you can tell the benefits apart from this. One more benefit, if along with this, is a storage space and scalability, right? If the company wants to scale its data center or storage space, they can take more space from the cloud vendor and they can scale it. So that is what the strength of it, and I'll be covering the more about cloud computing types, architecture, and the basics concept, which will help you to correlate with real-time example, real-life example, and keep this concept in mind, and you can answer it in your exam or interview. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. Keep watching this tutorial series. I will definitely tell you, it will help you to increase your cloud computing knowledge. I'll be sharing this knowledge on my experience, as I have 10 years of experience in cloud computing area, and hope this will help you. So keep watching this and keep sharing with your friends.